Hi, Venant. Venant, so I want to run through a possible solution for you. So you're looking to download the HD diagrams for various urban across the country. If you have the Cadastre, but an issue with the fact that we don't have the vector data, and that's what the SG downloader seems to need. So I'm just going to activate that SG downloader plugin. So it is SG downloader. There we go. So there's the SG diagram downloader. Okay, so let's close that. Okay, so there it is. It's installed. There's my button there. Okay, so I'm just going to use Llandudno as an example. So let's just go into Llandudno and we can maybe have a look at adding the layer. So I have added the ArcGIS REST server layer for map server for the surveys and mapping, the URL that you sent me. So if we have a look at it, the edit connection, it was this URL. Now, for whatever reason, I've had some issues. I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, you see, I've got a connection failed issue with that particular one. So we're just going to use that one. And then let's add the registered urban. There we go. Okay, so now let's say, for instance, you wanted to have a look at, I'll just turn on the satellite imagery so I can see what's going on here. This property down here. Okay, so that is 12603. So now, yeah, so if you wanted to do that, basically it's telling you need to select it, but obviously we can't because it is a streamed in raster. So I thought, well, why don't we can still select it and query it using the identify features tool. So if I expand it, there we go. So we can still get all that information. So what I thought of doing is, why don't I just create a polygon, export this data, save it into a CSV, and then attach it to the polygon and save it out as a new layer, and then we will have a vector layer with all the information. So that is a solution. It's a bit of a hack, a bit of a workaround, but let me show you what I mean by that. So if you just right click on everything here, and then we go copy feature attributes, and then I'm going to go to my desktop, and I've already done it, but I'll do it again for interest's sake. So let's right click and we'll go new, and it will be a Excel, and it can be an Excel. Actually, it doesn't have to be a CSV. So what should let's just call this, I'm just going to call it lands, but you could give this the name of the earth number that you're looking at, right? So then I'm going to paste everything in there. So let's go paste Spatial. Let's just paste it in there. Okay, so now I actually want to convert that into 2 columns and then paste them out separately. So what I need to do is, if I go to data, and it is text to columns. So if I select that and go text to columns and then choose delimited, then go next, then I'm going to choose the colon. So I'm going to split that into two separate fields. There we go, next. There we go, that's working, finished. Okay, there we go. So now if I just copy all of this, I can copy this, go copy, and let's go to D1. And then I think what I can do is right click, and then go paste as special and transpose. Boop. Okay, sticks it. So now it's one record, and we'll do the same for this. So we need to include that space there. So let's do the same again. Copy, and then underneath comment, go paste special and transpose. There we go. So now let's remove this. We don't need those columns. So let's save that now. Oh, what we do need is we need a little unique identifier for our little query, so we can attach it. So let's just insert a, what should we call it? Not a UUID. I guess you could go UUID. For this one, let's just go, we'll just call it index code, but I mean, you could call this what you want. And I'm just going to give it the value of 1. Okay. And then save, and we're done with that Excel. And now we need to go and create that polygon. So let's go ahead and let's just, we can just do a shapefile. So let's go shapefile, new shapefile, and we'll put it in my Llandudno folder. And then this one can also be lands. Don't need the Excel. Actually, no, let's just call it Earth. Save. Okay, geometry type. Now it does need to be a polygon, so we're going to go polygon. We don't need anything else just yet. We can say OK. And now let's start editing. So I'm capturing a new one. So I've selected it, start editing, capture a new one. And look, I'm not going to be able, I mean, I guess I could try and accurately capture it, but I wouldn't, you know, bank on this shape because it's just kind of, I've just kind of winged it in here. So, you know, it's the same shape as the Earth, but this is not near anywhere good enough for a surveyor to know what's to accept that these are the actual pegs. So that's fine. That's why it might even be better just to have like a circle shape, just so you know it's not supposed to represent the actual Earth shape. But anyway, and ID, let's go 1. Okay. And there it is. So now let's stop editing. We're going to add the Excel. So I'm going to add a new layer. Let's go and search for it. So using the vector option, you can actually just go and add the Excel. So that we're lands. There it is, lands. Okay. And then add and close. And if we just quickly have a look, see what it looks like. Look at the attribute table. There we go. And you'll see that we've already got a column called ID. And that is the Earth, what is it called? The 21-digit code of the SG code. So that's the ID we're going to use. All right, so now we need to join it. So, and this is a long way around, but this is the hack I've found. So now what we need to do is first of all, we need to connect it. So we're going to join it, this table that we've imported onto our new polygon. So we're going to right click and go properties and go joins. So you need to choose joins, add a new join. Okay, the sheet, we're using the indexing code, and then we're going to use the ID. Okay, so the indexing code from the Excel spreadsheet, the ID from the polygon. Those two are going to join. And then I'm just going to select a custom prefix, but I'm going to delete everything here. So it'll be blank. So when they come through, they will just have the exact same field names as the original lands Excel spreadsheet. So let's say OK and OK. Okay, so now if we open it up, there we go. So it's pulled them through, but this is a join. So it doesn't work with a join. So at first I thought this is easy enough. What we'll do is we'll just create the join and then click on this and it will be fine, but that didn't work. So let's just go back and show you what we do need to do. Just making this slightly transparent so we can see what's going on. Okay, so what we do need to do, so let me show you what I meant by that. So I select that. I select this, I click on the polygon, I want to query, I click on this, and then it doesn't let me choose the correct field because it's only, according to it, there's only one, this is a join. So it's not seeing the joined fields, it's only seeing the single field, which is part of the original. So what we need to do is we'll just stop all of that, and we're going to export that to a new shapefile, a new shapefile. So we're going to export save features as shapefile, let's go put it, we'll just give it that name. So that is the name of the actual Earth. So we'll say OK. Now it's going to write over the top of it because I've already got one there, but don't worry about that. I'm just going to say OK. All this is good. We can add it to the project afterwards. Yes. Okay, this is what it's doing. So because I already had a shapefile, this is why it's asking me to overwrite, but you could do that. And we'll say OK, overwrite. Boom, there we go. I'm just going to take the styling across. So I'm going to copy the symbology styling. Styles, paste style, symbology. There we go. Okay, now we've got a new attribute table which has got its own columns, and these columns we will use. Okay, so now we've got an ID _1 because there was already an ID. So that this ID gets a new name. So it's ID _1. That's the one we need to use. So a bit of a long way around, but this will work now. So now we click, select the new shapefile, click on the select features by, what is this? Select features by single click or area. Click on that. Now when we use this little download survey diagram, we need to choose the correct polygon or the correct vector layer, which is 12603. So I've selected it there. It's a bit weird. It doesn't show you when you hover over it. It kind of blanks out. It's probably because the text turns to white, but it is there. So I click on that. There it shows up. Now when we click on this, it should give us, there we go. Previously it was just showing us the ID field. Now we can see all of the fields. And the one we want is the SG number, which was the ID_1. And then you click, what is this? Winload diagram. Yes. Let's make this bigger. What is that supposed to say? Okay. Winload diagrams. Okay. Download diagrams. Yes, we want to do that. Here, you just need to make sure you choose your right output. I think if you've already done this, just choose your right output location. Mine is my downloads folder. I created a folder called SG diagrams. So let's click on download diagrams. And it shouldn't take too long. And we can actually open the folder directly. Let's do that. Open folder. There it is. And this is the folder that has been downloaded. If we open that up, there's a couple TIFFs in there. So now I will double click on that TIFF. Double click on the other TIFF. Let's drag it across so you can see what's come through. Okay, there we go. There's the diagram. And that's, I mean, there we go. I assume that's what you want, right? So now, I mean, there's a bit of a fiddle, but we have the a folder with the diagram downloaded for that particular one. So, I mean, you might just want to go and create a folder for each of your Irvin that you query and then dump it in there and have a way of saving it. But that's the way you can do it. So it's a bit of a faff, but yeah, I mean, it worked, right? So the problem, which you pointed out, is that you couldn't select it, and that's because it wasn't a vector. So what we did, we created a vector. We attached the attribute data from the identify features query into an Excel spreadsheet. We just needed to transpose them into their own columns with their own data, attached it or linked it, did a join to their shapefile we created, or the polygon, then exported that to a new shape, and then ran the query, and it worked. So you're going to earn your money if you have to do thousands of these. But that is a potential solution. Now, based on what I've shown you here, you might have a few shortcuts. You might, as you go through it, work out a few other shortcuts. Let me know if that kind of solves your problem. Okay. Yeah, take it easy. Cheers.